Welcome to the Missouri Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Missouri. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from the University of Arkansas. Take it away.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here tonight. My name is Olga Murcia, and I'm representing the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville. So a little bit about the University of Arkansas. We are located in Northwest Corner. We are in the top 5 best places to live according to U.S. News and World Report, city of Fayetteville. And since you're all transferring from Missouri, if you're not familiar with the University of Arkansas or the area at all, we have a lot of culture, a lot of arts, a lot of natural beauty in the state of Arkansas. Crystal Bridges is our American museum, and it's located just about 20-25 minutes north from the campus. We do have quite a bit of events over the weekend and just around the year. We have farmers markets every weekend. We have the Razorback Greenway that you can enjoy as well, which is 30+ miles of trails. So if you like to you're a cyclist or you like to just go on jogs, you can certainly enjoy that type of natural beauty. And then we also have bluffs and waterfalls in the area. So I'm a hiker, so I definitely enjoy living in this area. But a lot of different types of concerts and acclaimed speakers coming through Northwest Arkansas. We are also have the home office of Walmart in Northwest Arkansas. So we do have 300 of the Fortune 500 offices here. So a lot of companies seeking University of Arkansas graduates as well. Now, a little bit more about the campus, the University of Arkansas campus. There's a lot of ways for you to be able to get involved. We have 400+ organizations. We have Greek lettered organizations as well, cultural organizations, honors, 200+ academic programs. So those can range from bachelor's, master's, doctorate. So a lot of opportunities if you know your end goal requires for you to continue on to a master's or a doctorate program. More than likely we have those opportunities here for you at the University of Arkansas. Now, our student faculty ratio, we are a mid-sized university, but we do try to maintain our student faculty ratio low, so 18:1 student faculty ratio. You can see a few snapshots here of our campus, really beautiful in the fall. And this is our student enrollment as of this past academic year, 27,562 students. So like I said, we are a mid-sized university, and we do have some traditions on our campus where you're literally leaving your mark when you graduate from the University of Arkansas. And we're also celebrating your achievements. So one of those traditions that we have is Senior Walk. And Senior Walk, we have over 175,000 graduate names on our senior walk, so the sidewalks, where your name will be when you graduate from the University of Arkansas. So let's talk about admission requirements. These two here in the bubble are not hard deadlines, they're soft deadlines. They're recommended. So if you're wanting to start a spring semester, December 15th would be that soft deadline, and for the fall, August 1st. So depending on how many credits you're transferring, you may be a new transfer student or a transfer freshman. So if you have 24 or more transferable credit hours and a 2.0 GPA cumulative, that will be admission into the University of Arkansas. You do have to have good academic standing from your institutions. We do require official college transcripts from all the schools that you've attended. Now for transfer freshman students, they have less than 24 transferable credit hours. So we do require high school transcripts and test scores at that time. That's for this year. Now for the upcoming fall 2021, fall 2022, those requirements will be changing slightly, where depending on the high school GPA, the test scores will be optional. And for our international students, you do need to connect with our international admissions office. You can do so by going to iao.uark.edu. Now, we do have scholarship opportunities for our transfer students as well. And for those, we do have some hard deadlines. So if you are wanting to start a spring semester, October 15th will be that deadline. So you do need to get in the application for admission and the scholarship application. So all of the requirements, those credentials, including the transcripts. Now for April 1st, that will be a student that is attending a summer or a fall term. As you can see, these are the requirements in the required materials section. Our scholarships are listed here in the bottom. So they range from a $2,000 to a $3,000 scholarship. The new Arkansas non-resident tuition award is an automatic scholarship that we give to our students. It's a value of around $14,800. And you get that if you have 24 transferable hours and a 3.2 GPA cumulative. So you can quote unquote stack that with the other scholarships, but you do have to have new transfer student classification to be eligible for the scholarship opportunities. These are additional scholarship opportunities that we have. So just depending on how early you apply, you may be able to submit a scholarship application for these as well, such as the university-wide or the college and departmental scholarships. So those deadlines usually happen February 15th every year. And here's an estimate of our tuition and fees for 15 credit hours for a student that does have the new Arkansas non-resident tuition award. You can see that's around $5,600. So that is for this past fall 2020 academic year. Now, these are some tools that you can utilize to ensure that your credits are transferring and applying. So course equivalency guide, transfer planning guide, these are tools that I would recommend for you to utilize. If you have, once you're admitted, we do have transfer student communities that you can take part in. Advising is a little bit different depending on your student classification, and also new student orientation may or may not be required. And if you have any additional questions, please let me know and I'd be happy to assist. We do have campus tours. You can go to visit.uark.edu. Thank you again.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from Lynn University.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Bianca Simboli, and I'm one of the admission counselors at Lynn University. I work with both first year and transfer students in our office, and I work with transfer students specifically in the Midwest, as well as the Northeast and Florida. You can take a screenshot of my information here. I'd love to connect with you and help you through the process. Lynn University is located in South Florida. So if you're not familiar with Boca Raton, we are about an hour north of Miami on the east coast of Florida. We're a few miles to the beach. So we're in a great location in South Florida in terms of internship opportunities, job opportunities, and just all around good weather and a nice lifestyle. Boca Raton is a really interesting area. It's kind of like a small city. We have about 40,000 college students in the area between Lynn and a few of the other colleges. We are one of the fastest growing metropolitan areas in the United States. So there are a lot of opportunities for our students right in South Florida. So if you're coming from further away, you'll still have the opportunity to do internships and things like that during the semester. Lynn is ranked as one of the most top international schools in the region for our size. There's a few different things that we focus on at Lynn in terms of our educational experience. We focus on a personalized, global, and innovative education. So in terms of our student population and that global experience, we are a small private university. We focus in the liberal arts. But our students, we have about 3,000 students on campus, and they come from almost 100 different countries and 47 states across the United States. So our students are coming from all over, and we have a very small population of students. So it's not unusual to be sitting in a classroom with students from Africa or Asia or Europe. So it's a really interesting dynamic in our classroom. In addition to that, we focus on that individualized educational experience. So regardless of where you're at in your academic career, our faculty is really, they're there to help you through your process and help you get to your end goal after you graduate. One of the unique things about Lynn is our core curriculum. So for those of you looking to transfer, obviously you want your credits to transfer in. And if you go to our website, it's going to look a little bit different than the traditional liberal arts curriculum. We don't necessarily have our students take a traditional English, math, science, social science curriculum. However, if you are already taking those courses wherever you are currently studying, those courses will transfer into what we call our dialogues, which is our core at Lynn. The dialogues focus on an applicable study of liberal arts concepts across these 5 sectors. So a lot of our students are taking courses that are a little more applicable than the traditional liberal arts core. So for example, our business students are taking more statistics-based courses rather than calculus or algebra. Whereas our science students are taking more of those traditional math courses, Bio 101, et cetera. So just a little bit different. So if you see that on our website, your courses will transfer into these core classes that we offer at Lynn. We have 6 different colleges at Lynn. So these are all the majors that you can transfer into. We offer a College of Aeronautics, a College of Arts and Sciences, our College of Business and Management, Communication and Design, Education, and a Conservatory of Music. So we span across a few different sectors. Our College of Business is our largest college on campus. If you're looking at any of these majors, one thing I always recommend to our students who are looking to transfer in is to connect with me so we can do a course evaluation and a credit evaluation on your courses, as the way your credits may transfer in could be different depending on the major that you choose. In terms of our innovation at Lynn, I think this is one of our strongest points. We're always looking to change our curriculum and do things a little bit differently. And one of the ways that we've accomplished this in the last decade is through our iPad-powered learning program. So all of our students will get an iPad Pro when they get to campus, and it's part of your tuition costs. Most of the curriculum is driven through the iPad technology. So your textbooks will be downloaded on that. The professors will use it in the classroom. And it does save our students up to about 90 to 95% of their textbook costs as well. So you won't be walking around campus with a huge backpack full of textbooks. And we have been recognized by Apple for 4 consecutive years for our use of the technology in the classroom. So this is definitely something that is unique to us at Lynn. We are a Division II athletic program. So we do offer a strong athletic option for students. We do have quite a few transfer students that come into our athletic program as well. In terms of the application process, we have a December 1st deadline for spring students and a July 1st deadline for fall. So if you are planning to apply for this upcoming fall 2021 semester, our application is still open. All we will need from you is your transcript with 12 or more transferable credits. So we start our transfer students at 12 credits. We look for on average about a 2.5 GPA. And the higher your GPA is, the more scholarship you can be awarded. Our scholarships for transfer students go up to about $18,000 per year. And we'll consider that based on your cumulative average when you submit your transcripts. You'll also submit an essay and a brief dean's form, just ensuring that you are in good standing with your university. So if you are looking to transfer, definitely connect with us. And I'm happy to help you through the process. Turn it back to you, Anna.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from the University of Memphis.
I was muted, sorry. I'm Carrie Beth Friedman, and I am a transfer coordinator here at the University of Memphis. And I work with all students from out of state as well as outside of Shelby County. So in Memphis, we have so much to offer as far as in the city, not just on campus. We have so many festivals and cultural things that you can be involved in, and it's really a place where everyone can be involved and be a part of something. And that's one thing that I think draws students to Memphis, because it really is something for everyone and not just a small college town. We have lots of different opportunities on campus as well. All of our sporting events you can get into with just your student ID, so there's no tickets you have to go get or anything like that, as well as 250 plus clubs and organizations, Greek life, all kinds of things that you can be involved on campus. And we all know as more you're involved, the better your GPA is, because you are engaged in your learning process. And we have 8 different housing options on our campus, but you are not required to live on campus. I do encourage it, or at least to live close by, because you can be more engaged, as well as lots of different dining options, food trucks during non-COVID years, lots of different things that come on campus that are not always there. So it's a kind of a revolving door when it comes to things like that. We do have many Fortune 500 companies in Memphis and the surrounding areas, such as AutoZone, International Paper, and of course, all of the medical hubs as well. So, and obviously FedEx, and all of those things are involved in our internship opportunities. So those are just great things that you're able to do in the city of Memphis. You're obviously able to do your internships in the cities that you are from, if that's better for you, but these options are there for you, and your advisors and program coordinators will help set that up for you as well. We also have a smaller campus that's about an hour and a half away from Memphis, and it is the U of M Lambeth, and it used to be Lambeth University, and it's much, much smaller. So we only have about 1,000 students there. It's much more like a small liberal arts college, but that's actually where I graduated from, and I really enjoyed my time there because it was a smaller aspect. We are a mid-sized university, so we do have about 22,000 students, and about 1/3 of those in a given year are transfers. So we are very transfer friendly. Many of your credits will transfer in just the way that you intended them to, and we can evaluate those unofficially if you can send me your unofficial transcripts as well. The admission process is very simple. You can apply online, send us your transcripts, and as long as you have 15 college credit hours, you will be able to apply with just your college transcripts. If you have below that, we will need your high school transcripts and test scores, and then a 2.0 GPA or higher. We also have the largest honors college in the state of Tennessee. So if you have a 3.25 and under 60 hours, you're more than welcome to be a part of that as well. So this is just our tuition breakdown for out-of-state students. As you can see there, it's about $13,000. Our in-state tuition is about $10,000. So it's very comparable for our out-of-state students versus our in-state students. And that's something that is very important to us at the University of Memphis, is to make that affordable for you. We do have tons of scholarships that are available for transfers. Many of those are departmental scholarships, but we also have merit scholarships available. And for some of them are still available for the fall as well, but most of them have closed. So that's something that you definitely want to get on board with if you're getting ready to come in next spring. Our deadline for the fall for your application is June 1st. So that is a soft deadline. So we do have rolling admission as well. You can visit our campus virtually or in person. Feel free to visit us virtually before you come, and you can see the dorms and things like that, as we're not allowing anyone to go into the dorms just yet, but you can come see campus in person. Here are a few different ways that you can connect with us. All of our different social medias and each of our counselors have that as well. So if you need to get in touch with us that way, that is a great way as well. And here, if you scan this, it will take you straight to our bios and all of our contact information. And I've added Jamie on here. She is our regional for the Missouri area. So she is always available for questions if you need anything. And then of course, I would be your point of contact getting through the admission process. And I'll turn it back to you, Anna.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from St. Leo University.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anna. So thank you everyone for taking some time out of your afternoons and evenings to learn about all these great institutions. Today, I am representing St. Leo University, which is located in Tampa Bay, Florida. So just like my colleague from Lynn, definitely feel free to come down to the Sunshine State. We would love to have you. We're actually on the Gulf side, like I said, on the Tampa Bay side of Florida. So my name is Connor Schaefer. I'm a senior assistant director here at undergraduate admissions. I'm actually also a proud alumni of St. Leo University from the Northeast. So if you are watching this presentation today and are considering going out of state for school, definitely feel free to reach out with any questions you might have. My contact information is listed at the bottom of your screen. So, what is St. Leo University all about? St. Leo was established in 1889, and we're actually the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. We're the second largest Catholic institution in the nation, serving over 20,000 students around the world. Now, if you visit campus tomorrow, you're going to say, Connor, I do not see 20,000 students at university campus, and you are 100% correct. So here on main campus, we have just around 3,000 undergraduate students from over 100 different countries and 44 different states. What's cool about that is you're going to be in a small classroom environment. It's about a 14-to-1 student faculty ratio, and classes will never be larger than 25. But at the end of the day, you're going to have a larger school networking system and some of the resources you would receive also at a larger institution. There are numerous ways to apply to St. Leo. We are on the common application, but as a transfer, I definitely recommend applying for free on our website. It's a really simple application process. We would just need your college transcript and then a letter of recommendation from your school. We are test optional, so do not worry about submitting your test scores, or if you're even considering transferring in the next few years, we will continue to be test optional, so do not worry. We do have over 50 different academic programs on campus you can choose from. Some of our popular majors include our biologies, criminal justice, education, sports business, and psychology. But what's cool, even as a transfer student, you can participate in our programs like our honors program or even our accelerated degree programs. So, for example, our 3+1 programs, where usually you stay one additional year to earn a master's degree from St. Leo. But we also have a 3+3 pathway to law school transfers can partake in, where we actually have a partnership with Barry University down in Miami and Florida State University up in Tallahassee. One really cool thing, there are some great scholarship opportunities, especially for transfer students as well. And one of the ones I like to always highlight is our 50% off Study Florida tuition scholarship. So, what this scholarship is, no matter where you get your associate degree from, as long as you have that associate degree, you will automatically receive a 50% off tuition scholarship with us here at St. Leo. So that's an awesome opportunity for our transfer students. If your family or your friends are worried about you going out of state for school or over 1,000 miles away, don't worry. St. Leo actually is the safest campus in the state of Florida and number 7 in the nation. So I always said as a student at St. Leo, if you're bored on campus, it's truly just because you're not taking advantage of what the university has to offer. So we do have daily mass and a strong campus ministry for students that want to embrace their faith a little bit more, but it's not a requirement. We are recognized by the NCAA Division II Athletics, a part of the Sunshine State Conference with over 22 different athletic programs to choose from. If you are looking to transfer into St. Leo as a student athlete, I highly recommend completing our athletic questionnaire on our athletic webpage so that way you can start communicating with coaches. We do have over 70 different clubs and organizations, including Greek life, esports, and intramurals, and the list goes on and on. One thing I was excited about was the off-campus trips. Being about an hour west from Orlando and 30 minutes north from Tampa downtown, there's a lot of cool things happening. So we do bring our students to places like Disney World and Universal in Orlando, but we also take advantage of being in the Tampa area. So our students do get to go to musicals downtown at the Straw Center, indoor skydiving. If you're a sports fan, we do bring our students to the professional sports teams in Tampa. So like the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Tampa Bay Rays, and I hate to say it with you guys from Missouri today, but we are the exclusive educational partner to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who for you guys, unfortunately, we beat the Chiefs this year for the Super Bowl, so we are really excited to represent the Tampa Bay area. But it's definitely an exciting time to be in Tampa. We are a residential campus, so we do have over 14 different residential halls on campus you can choose from. We actually, some of our upperclassmen apartments have been listed as a top 10 residence halls in the nation article not too long ago. So it's a pretty exciting time even to live on campus. It's not St. Leo if there's not something new happening on campus. This past year, we did build our Benedict Dick's Coffee House that serves Starbucks products. And at the bottom right corner of your screen, you could see our brand new wellness center. It's some of the most recent digitally enhanced photos that we're excited to share. This facility will be opening this coming fall, and it's going to be a really fun area for students to hang out. The pool in the photo that they're currently building right now will actually be the largest infinity pool at a university in the state of Florida. So if you already thought you're going to a resort for college, this facility is going to make it feel even more so. Again, just to wrap up, here is my contact information. If you have any lingering questions, St. Leo is open for tours, and we do have a virtual tour on our website. Thank you again for learning about St. Leo University in Tampa Bay, Florida, and I hope you all have a great night.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from Belmont University.
Thanks, Anna. My name is Deanna. So thanks all for being here. I serve as Assistant Director of Admissions at Belmont. If you're not familiar with Belmont, we are located in Nashville, Tennessee, about 2 miles from downtown, about 500 feet or so from Music Row. So right in the heart of everything. We are a student-centered Christian community that really strives to empower our students to transform the world around them. We've been a host to a number of events, including the Davis Cup, if you're a tennis fan, along with the CMA Country Christmas, and most recently the 2020 third and final presidential debate we hosted on campus. To give you kind of a 30,000 foot view of who we are. We've got about 8,200 students on campus, including our graduates. The vast majority are our undergraduate students, who make up about 6,600 students. To give you some perspective, we began in 1890 with just 90 students. And if you can believe it, tuition cost at that point was $60. So things have changed over the past few years. And we've got a growing population of students on campus. We've got an average classroom size of about 19 students. So we don't have any large lecture halls or even spaces to accommodate that many students. And your faculty to staff ratio is going to be pretty small. Anytime we bring on a new program or we add a different major, we are blessed with the opportunity to bring on more faculty to keep that ratio low. So your faculty are going to know quite a bit about you, probably more than you're going to want them to know. But the intention with that is that way you can get to know them and really become, in some capacity, colleagues with them. We're not what you call a suitcase campus. There are campuses out there where a lot of students go home every weekend to do laundry, to maybe raid mom and dad's pantry. We have a lot of students who come from outside the state of Tennessee. So we've got a ton of things to do on the weekends and evenings to get you guys plugged in, especially in a non-COVID time. There is tons to do in and around Nashville to keep you engaged, but we've certainly been able to accommodate the changing needs that this last year has presented to us. You can see some of the majors we've listed here. We've got over 100 academic majors on campus. The top and probably the most popular majors you'll see at the top of the page. We are known in Nashville as Music City. If you don't know, we also are kind of known as healthcare capital of the country. We've got over 500 healthcare companies that are in and around the Nashville area. So it would make sense that nursing is our second largest major on campus. So lots of access to things. We've got some new majors we've brought on. The benefit to coming to maybe a potentially smaller school is that we do have the access to bring on new majors, bring on new faculty. We're in the process of creating a school of medicine at this point. So we've got the opportunities to be able to plug in to local resources to get students what they need, the majors that our city needs, so students can go from here really to anywhere. So a bit about the application process. We've tried to streamline it as much as possible. We need an online application. Either the Belmont application or the common application is sufficient. And then we need transcripts from every college you've previously attended. Even if it was a school that you attended 30 years ago, you took one course, we do need transcripts from every college to give us a full picture of who you are as a student. 24 is going to be the magic number for you. If you have less than 24 college units, we're going to need high school transcripts as well. We are a test optional school at this point, so if you want to send us your SAT or ACT scores, you're more than welcome to, but we're not going to require them. So 24 is the magic number for you. If you have 24 units earned at the college level when you go to apply at Belmont, bypass those high school application, the high school transcripts, we won't need those. Know that the 24 units does not include any CLEP, AP, IB content. So it's got to be strictly college level classes. Once we receive your online application and then your college transcripts and or your high school transcripts, you'll get a decision from us within about 1 to 2 weeks. We usually say 7 to 10 business days, depending upon the time of the year and how quickly USPS can get everything out to you. It may be a little bit delayed after that, but we do everything old school. So you're going to get a decision via mail. You're going to be able to open it. We don't even have access for you to see what your decision is online. So we get that out to you as soon as possible. With that admissions decision, you're going to get what's called a preliminary transfer report. So we're going to kind of show you what we're anticipating transferring to Belmont prior to you joining us. We also are a new partner with Transferology. So if you have used Transferology in the past, or you may have other schools you're working with that utilize Transferology, we are on there as well now. So you can get kind of a sneak peek into the class transferability options you might have. Once you decide Belmont's where you want to be, you're going to pay a $250 enrollment deposit. That is non-refundable and non-transferable. So we just have to make sure that the semester that you want to join us is the semester that you pay that deposit. That's going to give you access to kind of everything else. You probably have a student portal where you're at right now. That for us is your My Belmont account. So you're going to want to create a My Belmont account there. And that's going to give you access to housing application, to have an official evaluation of your transcripts and everything. And then I wanted to get you some content as far as who we are. So we've got 4 main transfer counselors in our office. Again, my name is Deanna. We all kind of specialize in certain colleges on campus. Certainly reach out if you have any questions. If you don't know who you need to reach out to, I'm happy to connect you with the appropriate person. But thanks so much for joining us tonight. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Lastly, you'll be hearing from the University of Missouri, Mizzou.
Hello, my name is Myra Santander. I am a transfer admission coordinator here at Mizzou, also known as the University of Missouri. Here at Mizzou, we are located in Columbia, Missouri. This is about 2 hours away from St. Louis and 2 hours away from Kansas City. So we're right in between those two cities. We have about 31,000 students and growing each day. They're coming from all over the US and also 100 other different countries around the world too. We have about 300 plus majors. So this is on our bachelor's, master's, and doctorate level. So you want to go to majors.missouri.edu to check out all the different majors that we have out there and see what interests you. Getting involved here at Mizzou, there's a lot of different ways to get involved. We like to highlight our student organizations. We have about 600 plus different student organizations, and this ranges from sports to honors college to specific majors, service organizations, different identities, interests, cultures, major specific, and even career professional kind of organizations. We do have a website, so once you're a student here, you're able to check out all the different organizations and see what you want to get involved in. We also have the largest alternative breaks program in the country. It's called MAB. It stands for Mizzou Alternative Breaks. And it's just a great way to give community service, meet new people, take a road trip, and kind of do all that at once. So if you're interested in exploring and giving back, it's a great opportunity. We also do have a program called TEAMS. It stands for Transfer and Advising Mentors. This is for students coming into Mizzou, transferring into Mizzou, and it's the first semester of your Mizzou experience. And so they meet once a week. They talk about how to be successful here at Mizzou. They have a mentor. So this mentor is someone who was previously a transfer student. They help you kind of learn Mizzou, learn all the resources here. And it's just a great way to kind of get to know Mizzou as a campus, but then also meet people here your first semester. So transfer credit is the big question for everyone here. We use transferology for admission purposes. So when you are interested in coming to Mizzou, you can actually use transferology and see how your credit will most likely come in as. So for us, your credit isn't officially evaluated until you're admitted to Mizzou. So using transferology is the best resource we have. You can actually see what your course will come in as either a specific Mizzou course that will count towards your degree or your general education requirements. And you can also apply this to your specific degree. So you can see what courses you need for this degree, and then what courses that you have taken count towards your degree already. And so if you need help with any of this, you can feel free to contact me, and I'm happy to help with this too. We also have our Mizzou equivalency site. So this is a good website to see if you know your Mizzou major that you want and you are looking for those Mizzou courses at your community college or other institution. You can actually look each course up and see what it is at another institution. So transfer scholarships, these are our automatic transfer scholarships. So just by kind of turning in your official transcript, you are eligible to receive these if you meet the requirements. So starting from the bottom down, there is a scholarship for students who are coming into Mizzou that have completed their Associates of Arts degree from a Missouri community college. So that's a $500 award. We also have an award for members of Pi Theta Kappa, which is an honors fraternity found at most community colleges. If you're a member, then you can receive that scholarship. And then the last scholarship is based on your admission GPA and having at least 24 college credits or more. There's an option if you have less than that, we look at ACT scores and SAT scores. So whichever one you fall under, that's an additional scholarship. So you have the potential to have at least $6,000 in scholarships. We also utilize something called Scholarship Universe, where you can actually see all our different Mizzou departmental major scholarships that you can qualify for and other external scholarships. And you actually have access to this after you complete your application and your application fees. So you don't have to be admitted in order to look at all the different scholarships you can apply to. So our transfer requirements. So our transfer requirements are having 24 college credits and a 2.5 cum college GPA, and having either your math or your English completed with a C- or higher. If you are transferring to Mizzou and you have less than 24 college credits completed, then we look at your high school information. And so you will have to meet our freshman requirements and still have that 2.5 college GPA. If you are coming from a Missouri community college and have completed your Associates of Arts degree, then that 2.5 GPA goes down to a 2.0 GPA. And because you have a completed Associates of Arts degree, your general education requirements are considered fulfilled here at Mizzou. So then you're just focusing on your major requirements. So applying here to Mizzou, there's 3 main steps. The first one is to submit your application and your application fee. The second one is to submit official college transcripts. And then the third one is to complete your FAFSA. So here are some kind of general soft deadlines for depending on when you want to apply to Mizzou. And if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to us at transfer2mu@missouri.edu. And also visit our admission page at admissions.missouri.edu. We have all these different resources and tours that you can come on in person and virtually. Thank you.
Thank you. So I just want to invite everyone to come on and do a round of Q&A. So in the same order that you presented, just share what advice you would give someone going through the transfer process.
I would recommend for students to try to have those conversations about program requirements and transfer credit policies as early as possible. Each institution is going to have a little bit of a different transfer credit policy. So just understanding what those additional deadlines, if you're looking into nursing, for example, or engineering, what classes you need to take.
My advice for transfer students is to apply early for those that are in the application process, especially if you want on-campus housing or some of the benefits that you might want that first-year students are also wanting. The sooner you can get everything in and get your FAFSA submitted, the better of a position you'll be in. So the earlier, the better, even though a lot of our deadlines are a bit later.
Second, all of those things. The biggest thing for me is to pick a college with your head and make sure it's got all the things that you need, and then with your heart, because if you don't love where you are, you're not going to enjoy it. And then of course your bank account, because we want you to be able to afford where you go. But those things are all important because they go into your happiness and in your enjoyment and your time there.
I always like to say, just throughout, similar to when you were going to college the first time around, definitely keep an open mind throughout the whole process. You might have stayed more local in Missouri for your first 2 years. Don't be afraid to look at those schools 1,000 miles away. I never thought I'd go to Florida for college, and then I'm still there today. So you just never know where your journey will take you. So keep an open mind throughout that transfer process.
I'd echo all of this and say to utilize us as admissions counselors. I get questions a lot and then apologies after that. Never apologize. This is our job. And I think I speak on behalf of everyone here. We are glad to help you, whether you choose to go to the school we represent or another institution.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. So now I'm going to change it. So adding on to all of that, feel free to just reach out to us, and then reaching out to your majors too. We can help you get connected to that, so you can speak to someone specifically about the program and even about your credit. And if you can start early, we can kind of recommend you classes to take too.
All right, well, thank you all for joining us, and thank you all for sharing. When you go to close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as all of the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Missouri. So thanks again, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye.